bit maddening, really. But,
Yeah.
So Chris, I just want to circle back. We were talking about Adelaide, and there's a huge pipeline of work coming in the next 10 years. There's a shortage of surveyors. The university cut their course for sort of 4 or 5 years, so there's a gap of a few hundred surveyors in the industry. So I guess taking off your ESO hat, you're also chair of the Civil Contractors Federation. So I guess what are they doing to sort of solve this pretty big problem?
Yeah, so I chair a committee in the CCF SA, and the committee's Future in Civil. I think the CCF just generally is great at supporting and promoting our industry, but really we've started this committee to just help them reach a little bit further, really attract the next generation of workers that are going to help us over the next 10 years. Obviously, I have a bit of a biased surveyor hat on when I'm in that role, but we get to a lot of the Career Expo events at schools, looking at, I guess, trying to help the kids not go through what I went through, which is just fall into it. And I don't think I touched on it, but I rocked up to O Week at university, and I had I think there was a intro and networking night, and I rolled in and I thought to myself, well, I better find out what surveying actually is. And so, not very prepared. I just don't think that students, young people should, it should just be left to their own devices or just to fall into an industry. I think they should see all of their options and all of the all of the benefits of working in the surveying or the civil construction industry. And I guess the Future in Civil Committee is just a way to really try and give back and attract some new people into our world. So it's pretty rewarding, pretty challenging at the same time, but it's something I'm very passionate about. I think the industry has given me fantastic opportunities throughout, not just now, but even through my early career. And I want to see other people in Australia get those same opportunities. And that's kind of what it boils down to. Yeah,
I think there's so many different amazing roles in our industry. And I know I went to a pretty good high school, and I think 2 of us went into sort of the engineering construction space. Nearly everyone was either in finance, insurance. I guess these days there's probably more in tech. I guess they're the real sexy industries, and construction sort of gets overlooked. But this is the built environment we're building. It's all the infrastructure, the housing, everything we take for granted in a lot of ways in this world. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. My wife hates it when we drive past infrastructure that we've been involved with, because I point it out every time. And it won't be just once, it'll be the 10 times that we've driven past it in the last month. I'll still point it out. Yeah. And I think the piece there is a bit of, there's a bit of pride. No matter how big your involvement is throughout that project, that infrastructure project, you are still involved with delivering it. And for the rest of your life, I can't say for the rest of my life, but I'm still quite young, but certainly I still feel that pride through the early projects that I worked on, as a 20-year-old. Yeah,
I'm sure we're the same every time we drove to Queensland. It was my dad laying out every single project. Oh, this is an Abbey Group job. This is that. Every time, you've heard it 100 times, but there's that pride in his voice. Yeah. And then now I'm doing the same thing to my kids, and driving past. Oh yeah, this is the Hexham bypass, guys. This is the final piece of the puzzle. It's like, chill out, Dad. I think it's just a road. It's like, no, this really impacts our lives.
Yeah, my wife might actually kick me out of the car one day, but it's really rewarding. And so how do we tell young people that? How do we tell them that the career, it's such a fantastic career path and opportunities in our industry. It seems like sitting here talking about it seems like an easy sell. But in reality, it's not. And I think the more people that are involved in the promotion of where we are, the whole construction industry, but also surveying, the better. And so, look, I hope more survey companies get more involved with TAFE and university across Australia, certainly in the years to come.
So what does this pipeline of major works in Adelaide mean for the industry here in South Australia?
It means a lot. I mean, I think we spoke at the start about Adelaide waiting their turn. Well, our turn is here. We've spoken about Torrance and Darlington. Look, the estimated amount of surveyors that are required on that project is somewhere in the magnitude of 70 to 100. Simultaneously, we're building a brand new women's and kids hospital. That project is going to take somewhere in the magnitude of 10 to 20 surveyors. There's a tram grade separation project that's going to take somewhere in the magnitude of 20 to 30 surveyors. The government's opening up a Northern Water Project, I should say, up in the Gulf, which is a $5 billion project that is probably going to need 20 or 30 surveyors. There's a significant defence project that might have a large requirement for surveyors. Look, at my back of the envelope calcs is there's probably about 150 engineering surveyors currently at capacity in the Adelaide market. They're all busy. No one's sitting around sitting on their hands. And so this is the challenge. This is the challenge that we face. It's rapid growth. The companies that are here, how do we grow and adapt relatively rapidly? I think survey companies are pretty good at adapting. So I think we'll be looking back 10 years from now and like certainly congratulating ourselves on how we got through the period. But as somebody that's lived in Adelaide my whole life, it's pretty exciting, and like really just look forward to the challenge. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, Krista, thank you very much for interviewing with me.